In this video, I will explain you what exactly you need to begin in art journaling. We are not doing art journaling, at least I don't teach art journaling just as art. But art journaling is for art therapy. It is part of the way how we regulate our emotions, how we understand ourselves, how we get answers within, how we express ourselves, how we organize information. In this video, I will share with you what I wish someone would share with me when I began. At the beginning, the very first thing is that anything what you have is great. Even if you don't have a white page at home, you can do art on newspapers everywhere. You can write on boxes, literally. People make art journals out of old cereal boxes. So there's no excuse to try. Take whatever you have, start with what you have. And then gradually you add. But to add art supplies, you have to know why. What is your idea? What you want to explore? Because art journaling and art therapy is so wide. Art materials. There is this book, Art Material Continuum. Different art materials speak to you differently. You regulate differently with different art materials, but don't begin there. Don't begin with complicated things. Begin with simple things, like I showed you in this video. I made a video about how you can do just very first drawing. If you feel like this is your way how you can understand yourself and express yourself, then check out this video where I share those art teachers who were helpful to me. Now let's go. I will share with you art supplies. This is very great beginning, just regular printing paper, or if you don't have this, maybe you have at home something like this. Good enough for beginning. Later you can upgrade when you are sure what exactly is your style and what it is what you want. In this video, I want to explain basic principle so that you can make your own decisions of which supply you want to buy. The system is that you need a paper and you need something so that you can put your paint. You want to take something and put that paint on the paper. And by paint, I mean paint. Acrylic color or watercolor or gouache or something else what you want to play with. You have this here and you need to put it here. And our mind usually comes up all kinds of limiting thinking that this is the only way how we get paint out on a paper. But there are many different ways. You can use something like this to get this paint on a paper. You can use something like this. If you go to coffee shop, you just color. The thing is that we build the page. This is called mark making. We can make marks with whatever we find at home. So that is one of the challenges, that you might want to make something like this as your reference book. Reference for doodling, reference for background building. And you know, when sometimes you don't have much time to sit and think and experiment, you just wanna give 15 minutes to art. And then you can open your encyclopedia and discover, oh, I had this idea. I can explore further. And also you can have bubble wrap paper. Also you cover with paint and make a mark. There are many ways, and that is again place to be creative. How many ways you can find how you can make marks on a paper. And that's it. You build a background. Sometimes you will not want to build a background. There are really no rules to something. Here's also one very great way how you put paint on a paper like this. I will explore this later in other videos, and also check my previous videos where you really can see these things at work. I'm just explaining the principle that first, there are no rules. As you see in some of my feeling journal videos, when you begin with intention to have feeling journal, then as open you are to something what comes into your mind, as the better. You just then open your art journal and follow to what you want to draw at this moment. So really it depends from your intention. Either you begin with an empty page or you build page, and you can build page in advance, long time advance. Maybe some days you just want to build a page. Sometimes I paint out the leftover paint and leave it there, and then I gradually build. Here I have collage. I have collaged first and then I colored with some paint. And here is mark making that I told you. You can use whatever you have at your home. And for background, I'll check my other video. I will share with you some techniques about background building, and also I share some methods already, so check them out. And the next step is, when you have a background, then you build something. You can draw and just use this as the beginning of your artwork. I'm showing you here this large format, but I have also this small format. It depends what you want to do, and it really is your intention. Like, this is something where I record my journey, and it's more words than images. And again, I want to remind you, there is no right or wrong way where and what you do. Once you have this background, then what I currently am using for writing is Posca pen. Posca pen is a marker with acrylic color. You just shake it and then you press it on a paper. And you can use not only for writing. This is very great. I write a lot on those ready-made backgrounds. But also you can doodle like this. Just create some marks so that you can use it as very colorful background. Something interesting. And I also love this for writing and also for doodling, and also jelly roll. And jelly roll also has different sizes. The same is about Posca pen as well. Different size. The tip of the marker very, like for example this one is really thick, big. Also you can use it for mark making or for writing, any way you want. Sometimes you have mood just to create marks and leave it there. You don't have to complete whole artwork in one sitting. When you finish your art, you can come in with your stamps. And why do we put so many things on our art? Just because we spend time with those art supplies, enjoying them, and then after that, when later we look to this artwork, then our eye goes everywhere around. We explore it. The art is interesting. All kinds of little details. We pay attention. Oh, there's like ornament. There is this fly, and there's something else, and we enjoy it. We breeze through that. You can use pencils and pens and highlighters, and these are very cool Caran d'Ache, Neocolor, Aquarelle, crayons. But you don't need all of that from the very beginning. From the very beginning you need to have just a paper, whatever paper you have, and mark maker. And then later you will add all these things. For collage like this or like this, it is better to use either Mod Podge and something like this, which would help you to glue it down. Very great material. And also this one is regular gels. Sometimes I buy gloss, sometimes I semi-gloss. It depends on what I want to create. Better to buy something that is thick like this, because it's easier to glue it down, especially if the paper is not thin but more thick than thin. It really stays on. And again, in another video I will explain the reasons why and all the details more. And so now when you are ready, go and start with this video, and see you in the next video. Bye.